What's up, everybody? I'm Virtual Shepherd. Welcome to this Minecraft live stream. I'm playing the PS5 version, Bedrock Edition. For those of you who have been here and have contributed to the channel, you may join me if you'd like. I do have to say that I realized last time I was playing on the... oh, shoot. How do I do this? There you go. I was playing on the PS4 version. I just need to delete it. And I have the PS5 version, so I'm going to stick with this. It probably runs smoother too. Which is insane because the PS4 version was running great. Um, can't respawn if you die. Good luck. You'll need it. Hardcore? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. But let's go into these real quick. Starting map, bonus chest, show coordinates, show days played. So yeah, I will have to start fresh today, but you know what? I feel like we're fairly in this. Who's Nexel? Am I saying that right? Welcome. You know, I feel like I have the hang of this enough to get back to where we were. What the heck? Why does it keep saying remote play connected? Whatever. The music is insane. What the heck? Is this music the game? Oh my goodness, it's kind of loud, but... Here, 1 second. Let me adjust this. I'm going to check this on YouTube real quick. Just bear with me. I want to hear what it sounds like for you guys. Let's see here. Oh, I have my headset on. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay, I guess that is the music. You know, I actually have music for you guys, but with this, I might just keep it. This is nice. Where the heck am I? I'm in the desert. Alright, I mean, is this a camel? What the heck? Like I said, guys, it's been a while since I played. That's a baby camel. Can I pet you? Or do I capture you? We'll come back for a camel later. Here, 1 second, my friends. I'm gonna switch something up real quick. There we go. This will make it easier for me to read the chat. So, the desert is not where I want to be, nor whatever this orange stuff is. I want to be somewhere where there's trees and life. Is that another portal over there? You guys see that black thing way over in the distance? Oh, hold on. This music is beautiful, but I'm actually going to turn it off if you guys don't mind. I'm going to play the music I have for you guys. If you guys like the music, let me know. I'll put it back on, but for now, I made a whole playlist for you guys, so might as well. So the music, we're going to turn that off, just the music. And here we go. Let's turn this back on. There we go. Now I can hear my loud footsteps. They didn't put me next to any trees at all. Do I hear another? Oh, another camel. You know, they're so huge. I'm kind of afraid to hit it and then it attack me. It seems pretty docile, but it's still a big creature. So I just don't know. I've never experienced them before. For those of you who are new here, this is a Christian gaming channel where we share and talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ and ask questions, ask the hard questions. You guys can ask me or anything you'd like. If I don't know the answer, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to make up things. And if I do have the answer, I'm going to answer you truthfully. The goal is so that my hope is that you would have a relationship with Jesus Christ, knowing that He loves and cares about you. That is my dream and goal. I have never seen a temple-looking thing like this before. This big, and usually something this big has enemies. So I'm just gonna check it out because, I mean, truth be told, I don't know what I'm doing. And it seems like we are far from everything. So I'm gonna go up here because it seems like I can actually get up there from here. Those catacombs over there. So that looks like something that will potentially trigger something. Yeah, I don't have a weapon. I'm not doing that. I already hear him. Nope. That's the big nope for me. But you know what? We can remember this spot and come back here. Let's see. I'm going to take a picture of that. There we go. Now we'll come back here when I have some proper gear. Until then, this is what anybody should be doing in a situation where you don't know where you are. Go to the highest place you can go. And what the heck? Armadillo? I didn't think they put them in here. And you try to look for some proper shelter. So right here, let's look around. By the way, I'm not a survival expert, so don't take my advice on everything, okay? Survival wise, this is just what I heard in videos, so your knowledge is as good as mine. But logically, that makes sense. You can check over there. There's nothing. It's more desert. My goodness, they put us in the worst place to be. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, that was close. My hope is to find some freaking greenery. That's what I'm hoping for, but this is going to be a little tough. Wow, this orange area is ugly. There was one time I was traveling through the desert in real life, not in the game. Traveling through the desert, and this is what it looked like. It's crazy. I'm almost out of energy. There's like nothing to eat here. Can I eat the cactus? No. With that, I'm out of energy. Might have to go swimming and start attacking fish. Oh, that's weird. Random gold right there. All right, let's. I'm not swimming fast right now, so. Oh, I forgot. You need to press X to. Okay, let me get closer to some fish. Here we go. Hello, fishies. Get back here. There we go. I got myself my first food, raw salmon. Very nutritious. Now it should be a little easier to catch the other guy. Look at that, we're swimming. There we go. I don't even care about the experience right now, I just want to eat something. Good thing I thought of this, or else I would have had a rough time here. The hard thing is that I need a lot of fish. Oh, we got a drown over there. We don't want to go that way. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Wow, his breeding skills are doo-doo. These are not good at all. It looks like this desert goes on forever. Oh, a fish, and it's really hard to see in here, so there you go. We just want that fish. Well, looks like I'm not gonna have shelter in this first day. You know what? I was gonna get that guy, but we want the fish. Oh, it's so loud. They are way too fast for me. How am I missing these guys? Look at that. We're going places, my friends. So the goal is to have several of these fish on hand so that I can actually, you know, do some things. There you go. Bear with me, my friends. We're gonna get on moving. We just gotta make sure we're well fed. Did I just hear a trident? Yeah, it's time to be out. We're done here. It was great while it lasted. They really upgraded the way Minecraft looks in the sense of lighting and color. It's really nice. All right. Let's see. We will find more. Oh, there's a skeleton over there. We're gonna avoid that. Oh, there's something glistening over there. What is that? Oh, they're fireflies. Yeah, see, look how beautiful that is. The lighting. Minecraft beautiful. Excuse me. I said that one time to a friend. They're like, it's not beautiful, it's blocks. Okay. You know what I mean. It's pretty for what it is. Alright, Mr. Zombie. I am about this life. That should have hit him. There you go. you know what? That is taking forever, and I'm about to die. So we're not risking this. We're gonna move on. Well, I can't see a thing at all. I can just get over this hill without. And here's the sad thing: oh shoot, if I die over here, I go way back there. This isn't like especially all the ground I've covered. This isn't like a small thing. All right, I feel like this area right here feels different than the deserty area. So my hope is run into some forest or something soon so I can get some trees. As long as I don't run into any skeletons or anything like that, I should be fine. Oh my goodness, there is so much. Oh my goodness. Can I break this? You know what? This right here might be the move. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it'll let me build with this, but we'll try. We'll see what I can do. Wow, you guys can see me over there. Okay. Running, keep running. You know, part of me wants to just build my way into this little hillside and wait it out because I don't have anything going on here. And with that, I ran out of energy. I just gotta hope that I'm faster than the zombies and stuff like that. Like my natural speed and all that. Oh my gosh. This is not looking good, my friends. If I go past over there and I don't find any greenery, like legit trees, oh, yeah, this is the end. Whew. Come on, come on. Good thing they didn't take swim lessons. Whew. Okay. Oh my goodness, don't look at them. Those look like underwater trees, but I don't think they are. Oh, look at there's the baby turtles and the dolphins. It's pretty cute. All right, but like 1 or 2 more hits, I am donezo. Okay, while this is doing this, I'm gonna pull up our questions of the day. Okay. Whew. There's another little guy. What do you call him? The kid zombies? I don't know. I call them baby zombies. I'm telling you guys, if this doesn't kick up, we're out of here. I think I see a village over there. If this is the case, then I might stick around in this world. Oh, dang! That shit scared me. Oh no, my goodness. Dang, dang, dang. And it spawned me way over here. This is such trash. Oh, okay. Just gather myself. Alright, well, we're gonna redo a world because being sent to the desert right off the get-go is a great way to fail. Especially when the desert goes on forever. Oh shoot, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to delete that world. Geology. What's going on? Am I saying your name correctly? My day is great. How's your day going? Okay. 1 second, my friends. Let's see. Oh, nope. That is definitely not it. That looks wrong. Anyways. There we go. Let's delete that world. We just started, so we're good. Come on. There we go. What other games do I play? I play... Do you mean what games do I play on the YouTube channel or in general? Because those are two different things as of now. We don't want fire to spread. Please put me somewhere normal. Both. Okay, so on stream or on the YouTube channel. Oh, thank goodness. They put me somewhere actually rather nice. It's a field. At least there's something. Oh, wow. Look at that. Huge forest. Okay. So, I play on the channel. I was playing Final Fantasy, but I decided I'm going to play that on my own. There's so much detail to that game. I don't want to miss anything or rush it with a live stream. So I was playing that. I've played Chrono Trigger, Terraria, Pokemon Unite, Smash Bros. I would create, what do you call them? Like lobbies for people to play in. That one I stopped because I just am not that great at Smash Bros. I'm better than the average person, but I'm not better than you guys. I'm just going to be real here. So yeah, those are some games I played on the channel. I have playlists. You guys can check them out and check out the various games that I've played. But on my own time, I like to play Pokemon Violet right now. I like to play, I've been playing Stardew Valley, which I actually might start adding some Stardew Valley content to the channel. And I play the game Grounded, which is, if you've seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, it's exactly like that. Where you were shrunk, you're trying to get big again, and I mean, this one you discover there's like an evil plot going on, so you're trying to stop that. But that's the gist of it. That's what I've been playing outside of live stream. When you guys don't see me on here, those are the games I'm playing. Oh shoot, it's going. Which one is my favorite? Pokemon will always be my favorite game. I love Pokemon. I love the variety. I love training them. I love the competitiveness. Right now, I made a team recently where what's hitting me? Oh, you son of a gun. Get back. I made a team where at this point, I have not lost with it. So I'm actually afraid to keep playing it with online with it because of how many times I've won with it. You know what? This is personal now. Oh my goodness. finally. What did he have? Oh, just that. That was stupid. Oh, copper. Okay. How often do I stream? Right now, I stream every Monday afternoon. So, or evening, excuse me. This live stream, I'm a Christian gamer, so we talk about God. You can ask me any questions you'd like. We tell stories. I'll tell you about my testimony and how I became a Christian. I was never a Christian until I was about 17. So that's what this channel is about. YouTube graphics? Is that what YT stands for? Or is it something else? There we go. No, I haven't heard of that. What is that? Or can you explain that to me? All right, look at how much further we got just by doing this. This is a game changer. So let's throw down this, and what we're gonna do is, I'm not gonna go buck wild with material. We just want this and this, maybe. Because if not, then I'm gonna have all these wooden tools I'm not even gonna use. And then the moment I find lava, that's what they end up going in there, because I do not care to keep them. I'm not feeling this song. Let me change this. 1 second. So this song right here, guys, or these songs right, this playlist I made just for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I just wanted something that was casual and chill. It's the end of a Monday. I want you guys to be able to relax. Even if you're on the other side of the world, which I've had quite a few people in Europe and Asia visit. But it's a Tuesday, okay, for you. And on Monday and Tuesday, I don't want to deal with anything overstimulating. I just want things to be chill. At work, at home, everything. Everything needs to be chill. Okay, so we clearly went from like the savannah area. What the? That's a weird looking chicken. Okay, I hear a zombie. I don't see a zombie. We'll avoid the pups. And remember what I said last time, we want to find a village, because that's going to be where we're going to build a base, build a bear. And then we'll go from there. They're the visuals that give your stream personality, stuff like overlays, alerts, logos, etc. That's pretty cool. So are you saying that I should try that out on this right here? I wouldn't mind trying it. I didn't even know that was a thing. And does it do it on the live streams? Is that what you're saying? Like, I know how to make overlays, but I just don't do it. This is actually nice to get all this wood right now, because I can break, I know it sounds silly, but I want to break this, there we go. I want to break the axe. So we can be done with that. Okay, so that's been done. Let me see. We're gonna all of that wood. Perfect. Now let's go grab some cobblestone so we can actually have some real tools. I make custom ones for streamers if you're ever looking to upgrade your setup. Want to see my work. I feel like you came here to sell me something, but you know what? I respect the grind. I'm in sales too, so I get it. If you want to show me what you have, for sure. I would say if you can drop the link and actually if you can tell me where to go find it, that'd be the best way. Because I'll even go check it out right now. If you have like, do you have like a Fiverr or something? I love Fiverr, especially the people there are incredibly talented, and I always like to get my work done there, and then I tip them very well. So if you want, in the description of the video should be the Discord server link. If not, then, you know, you can just direct it to me. Hold on 1 second, guys. We're going to get to the top of this hill. I feel like we're going to run into... We got to see a village soon. This feels like village-esque territory. We go to the top of this hill / mountain. First of all, let's grab this. It's not a Discord link? Okay, I have to put that in there. Hold on 1 second, my friend. And it got me sick, of course. Alright, so let me just take a peek for this village. Oh, pumpkins. Very, very important. Oh, shoot, that startled me. Whew, oh no. We are in a bad spot. Alright, we're going down. But we don't want to drop down too quick, because then we'll end up dying. Bear with me, my friend. I'll get that to you. We just need to make sure I'm in a safe area. What I need to do is probably just build into a little cliff and wait it out. Let me see. Where am I looking at? I hate to do this, but better than nothing. We go like that. Boop. Look at that. Alright, and I can actually break this so I can make some real tools. Please, is this what I think it is? It is. Cool. It's coal. Alright, so we are going places now. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Let me just set this down. Oh, maybe I don't even have enough. That's actually a possibility. This looks like might be it. I got you, bro. Oh, here we go. You make a fire. Set that right there. Wow, look at that. That is much better than being in the dark. Okay, let's check what we got here. Discord. One second. All right, so I'm gonna drop the Discord here. Let's see. All right, so right here in the, you guys could join the Discord. Feel free to drop your work there. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. That's the best I could suggest for now. And what I'm gonna do is just make myself a little space here. Probably the crappiest, building situation we could do, but it's better than nothing. So what I'm gonna do actually is this. I'm gonna put that right there, and then when I feel like it's been enough time, I'll open it up and we can get going. So here on this channel, excuse me, this is a Christian gaming channel, like I mentioned earlier, where we talk about the gospel, and you guys can ask me any question you want, and I will talk about it. I just want to really acknowledge something that's been happening lately that I've been seeing is online and in person is a lot of people questioning the existence of God and Jesus Christ, or Jesus, I'll just call him that, because of what happened to the social media influencer Charlie Kirk. I understand that those make a lot of people question a lot of things. So, that being said, I don't think there's any there's no bad questions or hard questions. There's just questions. So if you got them, we'll talk about them. So today, in our first question, these are questions that I got online that people commonly ask about the Bible or God or something like that. So right here, is Jesus God? Did Jesus claim to be God? So is Jesus God? I think we need to start with the other way around. Did he claim to be God? Yes and yes. That's the short answer. I'm just going to keep this open. That's beautiful. So yes and yes. So yes, he did claim to be God, and yes, he is God. And how could we know this? Well, there's a few things we know contextually of the scriptures, but also we know this because he claimed to be. he said something in Hebrew that, in Aramaic, that the Hebrews knew what it meant. So when they asked him if he, essentially who he was, he was saying, before Abraham was, I am. And that word for I am was the word that was used in the Old Testament to mean God. When Moses came to God at the burning bush, he says, who should I call him? Or who should I say sent me? And he says, tell him I am sent you. And that's who Jesus is claiming to be. Okay, it's almost daytime, so we can get going in a second. So, yes, he claimed to be God, but also, is that enough? No, it's not enough. I can say I'm God. I see people all the time claim to be God. That doesn't make them God. So, what is the differentiator? Well, simply put, I'm going to take this with me because this is actually useful. Oh, wait a second. What was that? Oh, charcoal. Okay. Here, real quick. Let me see if I can make some candles yet. It still won't let me? That's so weird. Maybe I need more. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, so it wasn't enough for him to just say that. He also had to fulfill certain things. So in the Old Testament, they made claims about the Messiah of things he would do, and he fulfilled those. It wasn't until afterwards where they kind of understood the grand picture, and Jesus actually calls that out to his disciples, saying like they don't understand. Like how long do I have to stay with you until you get it? It almost seems like he's frustrated. Like, do I have to stay here forever so you can understand who I am? Jesus also claimed to be God through other means by the Holy Spirit. And he says the only way that you would know that he is who he says he is by the Holy Spirit. Peter, one of his disciples, he asked them, hold on one second, my friend. He asked him, who do the people say I am? And he says, some say you're Elijah, who was a prophet. Some say that you're John the Baptist. I'm paraphrasing all these things. And Jesus asked him, who do you say I am? And he says, you're the Son of God, the Messiah. And he says, you only know these things by the Holy Spirit. So for someone to actually know that Jesus, or to claim that Jesus and see this revelation, the Holy Spirit would have to open that in the heart, and open that revelation to them. So, is Jesus God? Yes. And he claimed to be it too. He had miraculous signs to prove it. Matter of fact, there's historians from that time who called it out. Even Jesus' disciples, the things that they were doing. And we talked about this in our last video, but there was a famous Roman, how do you call him, a centurion? I would call him a governor. His name was Tacitus, and he was telling Caesar at the time, he's like, I don't know what to do. This is after Jesus had died, and they're claiming to see all these miracles from believers of Jesus. He said, I don't know what to do. I keep killing them and torturing them, and they just keep coming back. They keep singing praises and worship. And, essentially Caesar just tells them, deal with it and kill them. Just keep killing them. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. But if you want to go read that, it's the Tacitus is the Annus of Tacitus, excuse me. And so that's, these are some claims about things that Jesus did, things that his followers did after him, because he even claimed, you guys will do greater things than this when he does all these miracles. Just talking to the historical facts of what happened back then. Oh, I should really heat this. So that seems to be a common question. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will answer to the best of my knowledge. Matter of fact, I will give you sources. I'm not going to just send you on a wild goose chase or just speak out of my butt on how things came to be or why they came to be. And I will do my best to use not just biblical sources, but what some would call secular sources. So things that aren't specifically from people who believe this. That's one of the most telling evidence to me is Tacitus, because I mean the dude was trying to kill the Christians. He wasn't surprised at their miracles. He was surprised they kept on going after he was torturing them. And I think that's pretty impressive as well. So that is a thing. And geology, I need to get to somewhere safe before I go over to, can I make this? Yep. Before I go over to Discord. What the heck did I just hear? I love the lava. It's so nice. Okay. I think this is a safe-ish area. Okay, so it says you could, I mean, we're in a message, so if you want to send your work, that's fine. You know, happy to check it out, but, you know, that's the most I can do. I sent you I sent you a message back. Okay. Now we're hunting for a village right now, so I can, you know, settle right there, because those are the best spots, because you can have villagers become or have professions that, you know, help you. Oh, some other things that Jesus said that had to do with whether or not he was God is, excuse me. Oh, I see your work. Thank you. Excuse me. The other things that were said about him was, when we're talking about prophecy, is in the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament, when they're talking about the Messiah, the one who is to come, the names they gave him are calling the Messiah God, and being the Son of Man. And so when Jesus comes, he refers back to Isaiah a lot about what he's doing. Hey, like, this is it. This is what you guys wrote, what they wrote about. I'm here to fulfill, is what he said. Again, I'm paraphrasing. And so when that time came around, they missed it. They didn't understand that that's what he was here for. They were expecting him to come riding on a stallion, because of the oppression that the Jews were in at that time. They were, you know, occupied by Rome and paid taxes to Caesar. They didn't want to do that. Wow, my food is going so quick. I need more. Okay, I'm gonna check out your portfolio here in a bit. I'm telling you guys, I am running out of energy left and right. Okay, so we just came over there. Actually, we went some ways. We went from over there. I actually think it'd be better if I got on a boat and just went. But first, these cows are calling my name. Are you from Canada? Is that what your work is from? All right, guys, let's build a boat. Look at that. Actually, while I have this, I hate to do this, but oh, there you go. I can actually make some real tools. Thank goodness. Oh, okay, I feel much better knowing that I have these weapons. Let's do that. Now it's letting me make this. I don't know what the difference is, but it's all right. We'll move on. I'll put this right here. Let's get going, guys. And while this is going on, I can check out your portfolio. I'm checking out your work right now. Okay, so you're an artist. Okay. See, display. I'm checking out your banners now. These banners, some of these banners are sick. Red dot. Okay, I'll look at the rest in a little bit. Wow, my life is insanely low. I'm just looking for any kind of light for... Yeah, your work is good. I checked it out. It's legit. So I'm not seeing anything right now. I'm gonna go out of this area and go around because I feel like there's more we can do here. Oh sheesh, I'm worried I'm gonna be stuck in an area. Or if I get hit with the skeleton in these areas, I am done. I like this little area like that. It's kind of makes me think of a bridge. Oh, is that light up there? Ooh. Okay. Perhaps. So I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna go around. Yeah, I see your portfolio. Even if it's in the desert, if it's... Here, let me see. Can't see the light from here, so it kind of makes me worried. Do I have any wool? No, I don't. Of course not. Here's a real question. How much do you charge for your work? Well, I'd have to know how much you charge for it. I can't just um, you know, agree to it. And I'll tell you what, if the price is good enough, I'd make you a regular person that I buy from, because there's someone else right now that I have been buying my stuff. The only thing is, oh my gosh, there's a village. The only thing is that, you know, it's hard to get him available. So I just haven't been. I'm so worried to get off the shore. Oh, we have the little guys. You know what? I'm good. I'm just going to chill right here for a little bit. We got ourselves a village, which is exactly what I was looking for. So, you know what I mean? My worry is dealing with these peeps. We don't want anything spawning here. Nope, nope, nope. I know it feels excessive, but you can never be too careful. Okay, let's say my logo. I wanted it to be animated, or I want different scenes and stuff like that. Let's say you're doing a 16:9 ratio for a something. See, guys, look at. I want to leave, but my life is so low right now. Oh shoot! Get away from me! Ah! That would have killed me. Oh, I think that little guy ran from over here and he died in the water, so we'll call it super death. And now this is here. If I die one time, it's over. Actually, matter of fact, let me take a picture of these coordinates. There we go. Now I know how to get back here. Kind of. I just don't want anything to come up here. Part of me wants to just risk it and go over there now. So I'm assuming your name is Gia. Gia, let me ask you this. Do you have a relationship with God? If you were to die right now, do you feel that you would be with God? Would you go to heaven? That is the real question here. We can talk about you know, all those different things about art, but let's talk about the one who created art. Whew. That was close. Yeah, we can talk about price on there. That's fine. I'll do it after the stream. No, I to be honest, I'd rather play it on my own time and not rush it, because I feel like I'm rushing the process on here, because there's so many things to see on Final Fantasy that I'd rather just go through and all the fine details. That's one of the regrets I had with Chrono Trigger and playing that was because I'm going through, there's all these little details, and then I'm like, wait a second, let me go back and see those details, and it made the live stream way longer. So I was like, forget this, I'm just going to enjoy the game on my own. But yeah, I'm still playing, or I will be still playing Final Fantasy. These stupid spiders. Oh, I heard these little floors right here end up sometimes having to be things. How was it? Was it good? I'm afraid to watch it. You know what? That's fair. I wasn't sure if it was one of those things, you know, just not to get invested in, or, you know what I mean? What the heck? Or if it was one of those things where, you know, like you said, it's all right, you know, if you're not invested, it's fun. I mean, this is essentially the game. It's a block world. And it's a survival game. There's actually no point to the game. When I first started my live streams a while back, do you have a chest in here? I would play Minecraft, and we had up to 16 people in the lobby, and I had essentially 16 concurrent viewers all the time, and I was growing by like 20 subscribers a week. It was insane. That was a grind. But that was a different time. I was single. My life consisted of work, police academy, and YouTube. So didn't really do much else. But this right here was it. The game that got my whole live streams and everything started. Here we go. This is what I actually wanted. The bread. You go into here, you find all this good stuff. You have to create some challenge videos for fandom to join the Minecraft. Join with Minecraft. It's a good idea. And the Minecraft store, give away some freebies when you get at work. You mean the Google stuff? I used to do that. I used to give away gift cards, like $5 or $10 gift cards, and we did challenges and stuff like that. And then I had a whole thing. You guys, let me tell you this, okay? Because this is how the channel started. It was, let me go right here. It was Minecraft Monday. I had a whole thing going on. Terror Tuesday, where I played a horror video game. Warrior Wednesday, we played a fighting game. Thursday, I took off. Fortnite Friday, or, you know, eventually Fright Friday, which was all of October leading up to Halloween. And then Saturday, Minecraft again. And that was a insane live stream, because it would get to like 20 or 30 people sometimes. But having to like go back and forth and follow all of the chats, that was a different time, I'll tell you that. Alright, so I need a base because I can't just risking myself dying every evening. Oh, I hear a zombie. See, you know what that means? That means straight down here, I'm gonna encounter. I'm just gonna go like this. We're gonna see. Okay, maybe not. We should get a Conquer's Battle Verde 2v2 tournament, but I love that game. Classic Nintendo 64. I guess I do have it on the Xbox. Maybe it's on Xbox Game Pass. But they just increased the price of Xbox Game Pass. So they can add EA and a couple other things. I've never played the co-op or anything like that there though. Gia, I only looked at the banners. I didn't look at everything else. I looked at the banners and couple of the logos. Oh shoot! You guys, I'm streaming my PlayStation onto my computer, so if it ever lags like that, that's what's going on. The GoldenEye side of gaming in it was a staple. GoldenEye is amazing. I truly believe that they created a whole new genre of games just by making that. There was just nothing like it for a long time until they started making shooters. But I like your idea about the challenges. That's probably something I should do. Is they have the challenge worlds. I used to do it all the time. I just have to like gather the time and energy to set it up. That's the hard part. That's why I don't live stream as much anymore. It just takes so much time. But I like to have this time. It gives me time to talk about the things I enjoy. But also, you know, my wife spends time with her sister in this time, so it's good for them. All right, so let's see. Three, four. All right. Here's the perimeter of our home. I just need to make sure I have this area well lit because I already know how this is gonna go. I do not know where the zombies are. I can hear them. They must be underneath this place. Let's go find a spot where there's cobblestone to continue this build. Yeah, this game is a more relaxing game. It's chill. It's not like it's not very exciting. But you know what? I'm so tired right now. This works. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna buy something for your art. I'll have to take a look. You know, I took a look at your portfolio. It's not necessarily all of it is what I like, but yeah. So, look, I appreciate the hustle. You know, it's a hustle to be an artist, but if you're gonna be here the whole time asking me about if I'm gonna buy something on there, you know, perhaps this isn't the stream for you. But you know what? I'll definitely check it out further. Just not right now. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Alright. Thankfully this is here because I didn't want to go too far. Oh, you know what? Speaking of caffeine, I can partake right now. My buddy, he does radio. He actually owns a couple of radio stations, or he did. He sold them now. And he would say he'd be on the air for so long, you know, like you're talking the whole time, you're making sure everything's ran well, you have to time your ads a certain way. And he would say he would have like a piece of candy every so often to keep his blood sugar up, or you know, something that of that nature, so he can stay peppy the whole time that he's live streaming. And I completely get it. Or not live streaming, but on the air, excuse me. This guy was one of the most impressive people I have ever met. His name is Matt. Matt is one of my greatest friends. And Matt, he's an older gentleman, but he was going to Soviet Russia before, you know, this is back when, back when Americans were not allowed in Russia. I mean, technically, you know, I don't know how much we can go there now. Oh, goodness, you punk. Get back. Let me get this finished up quick. But yeah, so he would go into Russia and China, you know, two at the time communist. I mean, they're still they still are, but communist nations, and he would bring Christian radio there. And he had, you know, encounters with the KGB and just all these crazy stories. If you want a good story, this guy had it all the time. But you know, he saw a lot of God's grace in that time, because he should have been killed for what he was doing. They did not allow Christianity in those areas, but he was able to get those radio stations, and you know, they would have to essentially sneak all that stuff. But yeah, crazy times. Probably one of my best friends and mentors. He's just seen so many crazy things. I don't think anything surprises him now. Oh goodness, that was close. Well, looks like we're gonna have to hang out here until, oh thank goodness it left. Hey G, I appreciate you. Look, I'm in sales too, so I understand the hustle. I also understand that art is not easy, so I appreciate your patience. I'll definitely look at your portfolio and get back to you on, you know, if there's anything I like there. I do art myself, I just don't have the time to. True story, guys. There was a point where I got a scholarship to California Art Academy for some work I did, and essentially everybody who heard that I turned it down, they thought I was stupid, because it was, you know, it's free money. And the thing is, I love art, but it's not my passion. My passion is helping people. My passion is seeing people uh, see their dreams come true. So when I got that scholarship, uh, as as grateful as I was, it didn't mean much to me in the sense of like, that's not what I wanted to see in my life. But I know, just because I have friends who actually did go down that path, that that is a grind. That is not an easy thing to do. Several of my friends work for some major game studios, um, and they get to be a part of those cool projects, but still, I couldn't do it. Maybe if I was on the business side, I'd be up for it, but I could not do. There we go. Finally, I could not do the art portion, and having that much pressure on me. There's the deadlines they get is a whole other thing, and I just don't feel like you can rush creativity. So I do art on my free time now. Gotta throw some of this stuff away. Brown wool. Thank goodness. The cobblestone is what I like to build with because I think it looks nice. In real life, if I had a house, that's what I'm putting. I love those houses that they kind of look like miniature castles or forts. I think they're gorgeous. So here's a question for you guys. Has there ever been something that someone told you were stupid for not doing, but you just, deep inside, you knew that was not where you needed to be? Maybe it was a career. Maybe it was a relationship. And I'm not talking about romantic. You know, there's a lot of relationships that I've turned down because I don't align with that person ethically. Maybe that's the situation for you. Maybe it was a career. You thought, oh, it was a great opportunity, but long term, this isn't where I want to be. So I'm curious, is that something you guys experience? You guys just heard my story about the art academy. I got that scholarship. It was a full ride to the San Francisco Art Academy, but I just it just wasn't for me. I wanted to be a police officer at that time. I wanted to help people. I think I have enough. Let me see. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna leave this here, and then I'm gonna come back, and there's gonna be a bunch of zombies if I don't light this place up. Look at that. There you go. Last night I was on the phone with a friend of mine I hadn't talked to in a long time. This guy is like a brother to me, and we were actually talking about that guy I referred to a moment ago, the guy who went to Russia and China back in the 60s and 70s, doing his work, and we were talking about, he's an older gentleman. We were talking about essentially death, and okay, we have our friend group. What, like, this guy is like our uncle. What happens after that? And so one of the things we talked about was sticking close together and making sure that we, surround each other, because his health isn't really too great, um, and realistically, you know, Lord willing, we have a few more years with him. Hopefully a lot more. You know, with God, anything is possible. But that got us speaking about what happens to us after we pass away. And for some people, that's a very scary thought because they don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people questioned that when Charlie Kirk had passed. And so as people have questions, there's not a whole lot of answers for people. And so I do want to tell you guys that is why I started this channel, is because we talk about those answers. What happens to us when we die? Not to make it a sad thing. Matter of fact, it's a very happy thing for those who seek the answers. There's a thing in the Bible where Jesus says, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. Meaning that God is not that far away from you. And this isn't a threat. It's actually an encouraging thing. You want him to be there, he will be there. And so that is why I am here, is to share that good news with you guys. That's literally what the gospel means, good news. That's the literal translation. And so I'm hoping that with the good news of this, that you guys will ask questions and face with me some really hard conversations about what happens to us when we die. Because likely it's crossed your mind, just like it crosses everybody's mind. And that is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I would say it's worse not to, because we're putting it off. If you're not interested in that, that's okay. You can always stay here for the video games. I'm always glad to have your company. But this is why we are here, and why I love doing what I'm doing here. So, with that being said, I was like, why is this uneven? The place is coming along well. With that being said, if you guys have questions about that, let me know. Let's talk about it. But Jesus was very clear. He says, oh goodness, I'm blanking on a quote right now, but essentially he says that the only way to the Father is through him. And he also says that he and the Father are one. He says no one goes to the Father except through me. He's the gatekeeper. And so that's why he's important. Not because he's just some dude who came down here and did some nice things for people. That is something that did happen. But he also did more than that. That's what I'm here to talk about. Right over there on the left of me, I guess it's the left of the screen, the bottom left, you'll see a Bible verse. You're probably familiar if you were hanging around Christian circles. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but receive everlasting life." That's great. That's the first part. But I wanted to take it a step further because there's a little more context to that. That last part, the 17th verse, is important to you because a lot of Christians have told you that God doesn't love you, maybe because you believe in something, you look a certain way, you live a certain way. Let me tell you what the truth says. Right there in verse 17, it says, "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." And then it talks about him being the light of life. And it talks about, for those who believe in him, he has saved them. I'm paraphrasing that last part, but essentially, there we go back to sleep. I'm about to steal this person's bed. I don't know where they are. They haven't come back. The villagers in here haven't come back for their bed, and I don't see any villagers. Oh, there they are. We want to make sure they stay alive. Alright, let's get some more food. I see a brown sheep over here, so maybe I can get some more brown wool. Please? Can I make a bed now? No, I need one more. It has to be the same color. So that is that. That is what this channel is about, my friends. For those of you who are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you guys have any video game requests, I'm gonna be real with you. I will play the games you suggest to me. Like my friend here in the chat, Shreddy, has suggested me Final Fantasy. I'm gonna play that. I started it. I love the game. Probably some of the best character development and storytelling I have seen. But I'm going to be playing on my own time. As for like what I think I'm going to start doing is playing more casual games like this where, you know, besides me getting killed by skeletons and zombies, this is a pretty chill game. Or Pokemon Unite, or games where we can go rounds, you know what I mean? Fortnite, I suppose, could be a part of that. But what I don't want to happen is like, let me just explain this with the games. When it's a story game, like when I played Chrono Trigger, you don't want to end on an awkward note, so you keep playing until you get to a spot, because I want to make it to be like chapters or like a story. So when I look back and I watch those videos, I'm actually watching a story play out. It's chapters going on and on. And it's a compendium of different video game material. So that may be the case from now on. I was just thinking about that. I was kind of talking about it with my wife, and she's like, "Yeah, it's kind of hard to enjoy those games." So I might back off from those. I do like survival games, so you know I might take up that. I thought about bringing up Grounded. You guys haven't? Again, I mentioned that earlier. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in a video game form. Here, I'm gonna put this down real quick because we got to make the roof. I think I'm gonna be. I was gonna do the roof I did before, where I was gonna build a garden on the roof, but I don't think I'm gonna do that now. Ah, shoot. See, I can hear the skeletons close by, but I don't see them. So there must be some kind of cavern around here. Hey, Thomas. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I heard someone got a Switch too, so if you wanna add me, let me know. I've actually been meaning to text you that. Text you my friend code. I literally have been going each day, fighting the little one with sleep. I'm exhausted right now, so if I don't, please remind me, because I may forget. But I will send you my friend code, because that will be awesome. And there's so many games we can play. Oh, speaking of, that made me think of something. You guys, on PlayStation, I'll show you. I got, so for the free games of the month, last month, actually you still have a chance if you have PlayStation. I got Stardew Valley. And Thomas, I know that you guys started playing this. I think that was great. And so it was like, when I found out you guys were playing, I just started. I was like, Oh, this is great. We can all like share what's going on. I love this game, by the way. It's so relaxing. But great content could be had here. What I thought about doing, you guys, and you know, I hope you guys will watch this, is there'll be, because I saw some YouTube videos where people are just reading the word and talking about it. I already do that on my live stream. So what I'm thinking about doing is reading the word and having Stardew Valley as the backdrop. So you guys will see Stardew Valley, and then, you know, there'll be me reading the word to you so that, you know, you can have that. But I digress. That was my idea to, you know, I was thinking about doing. I think it'd be fun. But also it gives me an excuse to play the game. It's one of those games where, you know, especially because each day is so quick, you can just, you know, you can play a little bit and then, I don't know how to explain it. You can play a little bit and feel like you got your fill for the day. Like, even if I played for 10 minutes a day, actually, I think that's how long each day is. I could be wrong. Whatever it is, it's not long. And it's great that, you know, you can just play that and go. That is hilarious. My friend just invited me to a game. I don't know if he knows I'm live streaming right now. So this is a good starter base for Minecraft. I know it sounds weird. I like to have my door off to the side. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Yep. I haven't played modded. I'm so afraid to catch a virus. If I need to like triple, quadruple up on virus protection, and maybe I'd feel better doing it, but I'm just so scared of doing mods, and then it, you know, they're all like essentially, you know, taking over my computer. But the mods I see online, they're so beautiful. The water looks real. There's so many different things you can do. It's great. I saw someone make like a Pokemon Minecraft. I thought that was hilarious. Okay. So good. I do 9x9 most of the time. 9x9? Oh, for the house? I don't even know what I did. I just try to make a square. You know what? I don't know who this bed belongs to, but I'm taking it. I'm sorry, Mr. Villager. I haven't seen anybody way to do it safely. See, that's the thing, that's the scary part. Oh yeah, the house. Yep. Yeah, I enjoy this. It's there we go. Well, I need glass because I hate the way these windows look right now, but you know, just enough so they can't come in. And grab some wood. It's your bed now. Yeah, exactly. Ever since I was little, I always, you know, my parents would say, you know, something like treat people how you want to be treated. And I was, you know, I would think about like something like that. It's like, I wouldn't want someone taking my bed, so I'd never do it. And yeah, it kind of sticks because even now like still feel bad. I'm like, dang, I wouldn't want someone doing that to me. But it is a game, so I have to like put those things aside for the sake of this. But yeah, guys, if you haven't tried out Stardew Valley, highly suggest it. And it's such an affordable game. Like, when I mean, you know, it's free, so it's definitely affordable. But when I was looking at it, I'm like, what a steal! $15, I think it is. On most platforms, I believe it's $15. If not, that's the golden standard. It's like Sims but better, because Sims could get goofy. I don't know if you guys have played Sims before, but goodness, that is a goofy game. Where's my... Oh, it's on the roof. Oh, shoot. Whatever, I'll put this down first. Yeah, and they are still updating it and giving it more. See, that's insane. I really appreciate when developers do that, because it just shows the love they have for the game, or at least the community. Maybe, you know, I don't know if they're enjoying it or not, but it's, yeah, it just says a lot about the developers. When, oh, hold on one second, let me build a stove or furnace. Cook some meat so I can actually have a proper meal. Yeah, I like I mentioned earlier, I was playing a game called Grounded, and they released a second one. They're updating the crap out of the second one, always. They just released it. But they're still updating the old one, the first one that I'm playing, which I thought was really impressive. I need more wood now. But this right here is a good start to what's going on. It's so weird. These lights don't feel like they do anything because they updated the shaders on here. Terraria, Minecraft 7 Days to Die, and Minecraft Modder. Oh, you're speaking my language, my friend. Terraria is a gem. It is such a gem. And the bosses are amazing, and the fact that they have modded bosses is insane to me. I love it. And then 7 Days to Die. Oh, I still play. I play it by myself because, you know, when you get a computer, I'm always down to play, but I haven't found anybody who else wants to play. I've been trying to get Joel to play. I don't think he's totally convinced. I think he's afraid of investing because it's like a $30-something game. I'm at the point now where when I get extra money, I'm just about to, on Steam, surprise, I gifted it to you, and just show up. I don't know if he'll play it, but he says he tried it for a couple hours and then returned it, or like an hour. And I don't think you can get anything out of 7 Days to Die in an hour. The game is so complex, and another game that they update all the time. It's really nice. So let me build a door. I wanted this off color specifically to have looks like I'm having a pink door. I actually did not. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be pink, but it's alright. Just need to set up my audio setup. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd be so up for that. Seeing how far we can go. I've never played online, like, you know, I think there is a PvP station or, you know, like area or a way to play, but I just haven't done it. Let's get rid of the rotten flesh. Oh, why disgust me. Oh, and I should probably build a chest. Chest. Oh, wait a second. Do I have more wood here? There we go. We want 2. Actually, I'll do 4. There we go. Now let's start putting things away that we don't need. That's fair. That's definitely fair. I don't think Keegan would be into, or, you know, would be into 7 days, but, you know, if you ever stream it, let me know, because that would be so fun. What is a compass? Is it good for maps? Yeah. Here, 1 second. I gotta figure out my next. Oh, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Swords. Feeling a little more confident about my build now. I feel like we just got to where we were in the last video. So for those of you who missed it, we started another world, but let me show you what happened. So I have the PS4 version of the game, and they give you the PS5 version as an upgrade or an update. It's for free. So I was like, oh wow, great. But I started playing on there in the last stream, and the data doesn't transfer, so here we are. Voices, kind of like in D&D. Where are their gardens? I like to raid the gardens here. Oh, what do you have for sale? See, if only I had this. What is this? Water bottle? Oh, this is a part Firefly Bush. I think these are amazing. Hopefully I can find some more food. Yeah. I think I know what you mean now. Yeah, so it's like the role playing. That'd be sick. I guess I'm gonna find food for now, and I'll burn the wood since I don't have any coal. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Oh, I thought they were like bunched up mushrooms for a second there. I thought that was cool. This guy's hunger goes down so quick. It's insane. I feel like I didn't do anything. Oh. The cows sound so funny in this game. So here's a goal of the game. I do like Shreddy's idea about doing challenges. So on the live stream, there may be off days where I do challenges with you guys. If you are a regular commenter on the channel, you are more than welcome to join. I won't just let anybody join though, because we have, if you guys don't know what they're called, it's called a griefer, where they'll come into your world and ruin everything. I've experienced it way more times than I like to admit in my old live streams in Land Before Time, and it's not fun. So, and realistically, even then, it's not safe. I remember it was crazy. I remember this one time. Go like that. Do I hear a skeleton? This one time, this person was so chill in the comments, active on every stream. I'm thinking like they're pretty legit, and they're like, "Hey, can I join?" I said, "Great, yep. You've been on here for a while. You've shown that you are doing all right." And when they joined, it was like 2 hours of normal gameplay, and all of a sudden, our player village, there were 16 of us on that. You guys can go back in my live streams and go check. I don't know which one it was. I'm not going to go look. But if you want to look, go back. I come back from my mining expedition, I'll call it, and our whole village was on fire. And I'm asking the chat what's going on, because everybody's freaking out. And that's why I turned off fire spreads. And oh my goodness, it was that person. I had to ban them. That was a dark day. I might do a YouTube short on that, because that was, I remember that so clearly. Like I remember seeing, because my YouTube name at the time was Vigilante Geek, and I'm thinking, you know, I keep saying like, they say VG. Oh shoot! Come on, sleep. Ah! Where? Oh shoot! Oh, okay. The arrow came from that direction. Oh, I see you. Oh my goodness. We'll see what happens. Sorry guys, 1 second. Oh, one more hit and I'm done. Oh my goodness. You know what? At least I'm inside. My stuff is safe. What the heck? Oh, goodness. Right now, this is the safest spot. Matter of fact, this is the safest spot. Just gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out, guys. We're gonna hang out in the chat. Anyways, we came back. Yeah, and it was crazy. The whole village burnt down. It's all the jumping. Oh, why I keep... Oh, okay, that's good to know. The jumping is like without jumping, essentially. Kind of like you do with like something you ride on. I hate that the skeletons are here. I just gotta fight back. I asleep? Oh, thank goodness. Let it happen! Awesome. I'm gonna find some more upbeat music. This music is putting me to sleep. Sheesh. Alright, well. Okay, so just gonna put these things away. Got our meat here, thank goodness. Okay. Okay, so we're going to answer our next question of the day. This has been our tradition, my friends, where we are, instead of me doing a dedicated Bible time, I'm answering questions while I play. So, if you guys have questions, I'm glad to answer as best as I could. If I don't know the answer, I'm not gonna try to fake it till I make it. We'll just, we'll figure that out when we get there. First of all, this thing needs to die. I hate the creepers. Okay. Oh, my stuff is out here. So here's a question I found online that someone was asking. Get out of here. It says, is believing in Jesus sufficient to get into heaven, or do one's deeds also factor in? So, is Jesus sufficient? Yes. That's the fast answer. But let me get into the details of what this means. So, Jesus, first of all, says that he is the only way to the Father and to heaven. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. I think I have enough meat. Except through me. So, he already makes that claim right off the bat that he is the only way to heaven. On top of that, when we're talking about is that enough, is believing in him, like we talked about earlier, John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his one only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but receive everlasting life. So it is about belief. And in Ephesians, I believe it's 3, it says that it's a gift. I'm paraphrasing here because I can't quote that one. But it says that it's a gift from God. It's free, so that no one can boast about it. No, so I can't say that because I'm so great that's why God saved me. That's not what's going on here. It's not because I'm great that I'm saved. It's because God is great that I am saved. And so when we're talking about is believing in Jesus enough, yes. But then one could say, why then do we have to do anything? Now, in Romans chapters 8 through 10, they talk about this, where since we're free, he talks about since we're free, should we keep on sinning? And he says, by no means. And so the reason of this is, and I'm going to use this example. I love to use this example of my relationship with my wife. Okay, when we believe in Jesus and we have a relationship with God, it is literally that. It's a relationship, not a romantic one. It's a relationship. Um, in Hebrew, they have different words for love, and this is agape love. This is love for, like, the love you have for God, between God. But for any relationship, friendship, you name it, not only do you have to maintain and take care of that relationship, right? But because you love that person, there are certain things that you'll do. Jesus says, if you love me, you will obey my commands. Simple and clear. And when he says this, he's making he's not saying you have to do this. You don't have to do anything. He's saying if you love me, you'll do this. And this is important because when he calls us out of darkness, he's asking us to take a step. Just like when we get into a relationship with someone, of any kind of relationship, they're asking us to invest something. And just like I don't have to do anything for my wife, there's a lot of things I do for my wife because I love her. And there's a lot of things that Jesus did because he loves us. But it says in the scriptures that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. It says this in Romans. So it's not something that you have to do first. You don't have to be good. This isn't the reason that Jesus came to die. He died because he loves you. And he loves you so much that he would come down from his throne and give up his divinity so that he can have a space with you. That he would suffer all the things that we suffered, yet he would not sin because he conquered sin. So the question, is believing in God, or is believing in Jesus sufficient to get into heaven? Absolutely. Or do one's deeds also factor in? Yes. This is true. In the book of James, and I highly suggest you guys read this, he talks about faith without works is dead. And I'll use this example again. I know this is kind of a human example, but it works for the illustration. When I got into a relationship with my wife, I stopped doing single guy things. It's kind of like in the Bible they say, when I became, it's when you talk about love in 1 Corinthians 13, he says when he became a man, he put childish ways behind him. I'm paraphrasing here, but the thing is, that's how our relationship is. We don't do the same things that we used to because we're in a different part of life. We're in a different state with Jesus. And so our faith in Jesus has to be accompanied with something. There has to be some proof of what we believe in. Matter of fact, I would say that you know how much someone believes something based on their actions. If I tell you I love my wife, but I'm over here beating her, do I really love her? No, that's not love. But if I love my wife, I will treat her with love and respect and honor and grace. My actions meet my belief that yes, I love my wife. And when we say we believe in Jesus, our actions have to match that. And that's why Jesus says you will know them by their fruit. So I don't go to an apple tree and expect a cherry. I go to an apple tree and I expect apples. If I don't see apples, then I'm going to say this is not an apple tree, and I don't know why someone told me it was. Just like, and this is something that is, I'm guilty of too. If I claim to believe in Jesus Christ, that's what the word Christian means, to be a follower of Jesus. If I claim to be a Christian, I also have to accompany that belief with actions, showing that I actually believe this. If I believe that stoves could be hot and the fire is hot, well, I'm not going to touch it. If I don't believe it's hot, I might do that, and it's reckless. These are mere human beliefs, but I tell this to you to encourage you. If you are questioning your relationship with God, that I want you to be assured of your salvation, knowing full well that God, the Father, sent his Son so that you may be free. He gives this gift for free. You don't have to do anything for it. But he does say, with love, that if you love me, you will obey my commands. I think these things are important to talk about, because so many times in so many religions, they talk about all the good things that you can do. I'm just going to break it to you, I'm sorry, there is nothing you can do to be good enough. And if there's something you did that was evil, I don't care if you murdered someone or had done something even worse, will you face your maker? Absolutely, I will too. But there is grace and mercy for those people. But the moment that we accept that grace and mercy and we accept the truth, we can't live like we used to. We are called to a greater purpose. And that purpose is knowing that you and I are meant for something more than this world. This is not the final destination, my friends. This is just the beginning. When I'm, Lord willing, old, that's not it. That's not the end. We have to think about eternity. And I'm not selling you guys hell insurance here. I'm saying this because I love and care about you guys. I want you to have a relationship with Jesus and have life abundantly. When we look at Jesus, we could see a man, but Jesus made some very, very big claims. He claimed to be God. He claimed to be the way, the truth, and the life. A lot of people say, I can get to heaven my way. No. You cannot. There is no other way except Jesus. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. So it doesn't matter if you think that you're spiritual. Being spiritual isn't enough. It doesn't matter if you believe in, maybe you're someone who grew up Muslim. If you believe in Muhammad and what he did, Muhammad can't save you. Muhammad's dead, and he's gonna remain dead. But I'll tell you right now that Jesus died, he was put to death, and he conquered death on the cross with full knowledge that he would rise from the dead and not be held down by it. And after that, he revealed himself to over 400 people, and this is documented. This is not like a myth or a fantasy or something like that. Literally, there are historians who talk about these claims, and they're not even Christian. They have no reason to lie about it. They don't care about this. They're just talking about all the people who have seen this, and they're so dumbfounded that being faced with death, they can't deny what they've seen. It's too great to not believe. And so I want to encourage you right now, if you're questioning Jesus, if you're questioning if God is real, that you take a hard look at what he has to offer, what he did for you, and you ask him serious. God could hear you. He's omnipotent. You ask Jesus, if you are real, could you reveal yourself to me? Jesus says, ask and you receive, knock and the door will be open to you. He's not talking about goodies and stuff like that. He's not talking about a house. He's talking about him. He's talking about the cornerstone that builds the church, him. You ask him, he will show. And sometimes, I've heard this before, because some people are impatient. They expect God to be like a genie. You rub a lamp, you call on him once, and that's it. sometimes God doesn't want to answer you because you have a hardened heart. And that's not to say that he doesn't love you. Sometimes we don't know why God isn't answering our prayers. But I want to encourage you right now that if you are questioning Jesus, that you ask him if he is real. And if he's real, that you would actually consider having a relationship with him. And the reality is, some people, that's not their story. I saw this person, he said, he was asked if you were given undisputable evidence that Jesus was real, would you want to follow him? He said, no, absolutely not. I want to do things my way. And that was very sad to hear, but you know what? We're not robots. God gave us free will. That's why Adam and Eve did what they did. And because of that, that's why we can not choose him. And I've heard so many people talk about, well, God hardened people's hearts, like Pharaoh in the Old Testament. God didn't do that. They hardened their own hearts, and then he just gave them what they wanted. All right, you want to harden your heart? Well, here you go. So I do want to challenge you guys, because I love and care about you guys. I want you to know Jesus. If you stepped out right now and you were killed, if you had a heart attack right now and this was it, I do not want you to question where you're going. I want you to have full confidence that you are going to be with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, that he's going to have a place in your life. That is my hope, my friends. Okay, here's the next question. When and where was the Bible written? It's a good question. These are questions that people ask online. I'm just going to be giving an answer. So, when and where? The Bible is a compendium of books and letters, actually. 64 books and letters spanning over thousands of years, and many, many authors. Inspired by the Holy Spirit, they gave us the Bible. That's what the Bible is. It's the compendium of all those books and letters. So these were written in an account of the things that the Jewish people experienced. And one of the reasons why we know that this book is credible historically is because in a lot of history, what would happen is, actually all of history, whoever lost or maybe they had a bad time in life, it wasn't very documented. Matter of fact, the only reason for a lot of civilizations we know about their downfall is because of neighboring countries being honest about it. Places like Egypt, if their king or pharaoh would pass. Oh, I'm gonna go down there. That's the goal, guys. We're gonna get down there and start excavating. They weren't honest about it. It was seem as they didn't want the people to know that their king wasn't really a god like they claimed they were. So yeah, there was a lot of false things said about different people in history. But the Bible actually has a bunch of books that talk about a bunch of flawed people. And the point of the book isn't to talk about these flawed people, it's to talk about how God brought them through their flaws. And it's not a allegory for trying to become a good person. That's not the point. The point is that when we're not good, God still is. That is that is the entire point. There is nothing else that we can point to when we see these men failing to be good kings when they're called to great things. Um, the whole point of the Bible is about God and Jesus, but you know, overall, they don't hide the fact that these men were broken and hurting and having a hard time in life. It's just, it is what it is. So, historical accuracy, that is one of them. We also have the Dead Sea Scrolls. For those of you who are unaware, those are manuscripts. I'm not going to go into manuscripts. I've done that like 10 times. But I would highly suggest you go Google it. Google will tell you in like 10 seconds. But the Dead Sea Scrolls are manuscripts from 1600 years before Jesus, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but it's before Jesus. I'll just put it that way. So over 2,000 years. Part of me wants to know if I can jump down to the water, but I would have. Oh, actually, I can jump up there and get out. Maybe that's the way I should go. So when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls and they compared it to what we have today, it was nearly identical to what we have today. So the preservation of the Word of God has been preserved for centuries, literally. And here's the thing, I don't know about you, I do not want to trust anything that has been changed. I understand that we may change things for the sake of like people understanding, for the sake of this time. Like the King James Bible, that's not how we speak anymore. So there's no reason to. Oh, I'm nervous about this. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna. Yep, look at that. You hear that? I already hear those butt heads. That right there, so I know exactly how to get back up and all right. Well, this will suffice for now. Anyways, so they found that it was nearly identical, and that is a huge deal. We're looking at historical documents. Oh shoot! So stick that right there. He's right here. I know it. Where are you, you butthead? Don't kill me. Ooh. This is a good time to wait this out. Sheesh. Okay. Hold on one second, my friends. I'm gonna wait that out. I'm not gonna die here. And I have to come back and put all my stuff. First of all, let's swap these out for the sake of the journey. We can break these later. By the way, when we're thinking of historical accuracy, Alexander the Great, the first writings about him, we have no question about. This is where I find people funny when they talk about history. We have no question about the details written about him, And the first writings about him happened 400 years after he died. I'm telling you right now, if anybody writes anything about me in 400 years, I guarantee you they did not get that stuff accurate. If they did, they had some very credible people pass down some things. So the fact that potentially through oral tradition they passed down this information about Alexander the Great, and we recorded it 400 years after his death, and we consider it today to be historically reliable, I think that we can accurately say that the Bible is accurate. The first writings we have about him, Jesus specifically, let me see, am I good right here? I will slice and dice anything that comes over here. The first writings we have about him, oh, this is, wow, look at this. Bird's eye view. I don't know where anybody is, but this feels much safer. So, the first writings about Jesus are within 18 years of Jesus' death, and it's the manuscript we have is a little sliver, and it's like this big. The British Museum has it, I believe, in their archives, but it's the part where Pontius Pilate is asking Jesus if he's God, if he's the king of the Jews, and it's exactly the same then as it is now. So we could say that this material is accurate. And here's a shorter question online that someone had asked. What language was the Bible originally written in? It was written in quite a few languages. So in the Old Testament, it was written in Hebrew. And then when we're thinking about the New Testament, it was written in Aramaic, or they spoke Aramaic, and it was written in Greek. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know if anything was written in Aramaic, but I know the majority of the New Testament was written in Greek, because that was the language of the area. Jews were occupied by Rome, so that's what they spoke, that's what they wrote. And matter of fact, Paul, who writes the majority of the New Testament, was a Roman citizen as well as a Jew, so he had knowledge of both languages, and he was actually very educated. He actually gave up a lot of his status to when he became a Christian. What time of the day is it? It is still nighttime. Look at that. All those creepy crawlers. You see them up there in the top right? Awful. And I can hear them out there. But you know what, guys? This seems like a great spot to end. I want to pray for you. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. My hope is that you will have a relationship with God, with Jesus. It doesn't hurt to just pray, Jesus, if you're real, reveal yourself to me. I want to challenge you to do that, because I believe that there's more to this life than what's in front of you. There's more to life than this YouTube channel, than this game, than anything. So I just want to say you have meaning, you are important, and you are valuable. That's why I believe that we should give our lives to Jesus Christ. So with that, let me pray for you. Lord, I thank you for whoever's watching. I just thank you for this community. I thank you, Lord, for those who commented. I thank you for all that you are doing. I pray, Lord, that whoever is curious and asks of you, Lord, that you will open that door to them, that you will open their eyes to see that you are the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to you except through your Son. Lord, be with them now. Keep them safe. Thank you for all that you're doing. In Jesus' name, amen. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm Virtual Shepherd. I'll see you next Monday for our next Minecraft live stream. Have a great week, guys.